Ladies, today I want to talk about something incredibly powerful that each of us possesses but often lets slip through our fingers: the ability to become a high-value woman. Being a high-value woman isn't about external validation or meeting someone else's standards. It's about recognizing your intrinsic worth and living with purpose. Being a high-value woman isn't about looking perfect, impressing others, or fitting into some unrealistic mold that society tries to shove us into. No, being a high-value woman is about who you are at your core, your mindset, your boundaries, and the way you show up for yourself every single day. And let's be honest, most of us are taught the opposite. We're taught to be nice, to put others first, to keep the peace, to not rock the boat. But let me tell you something. A high-value woman does not shrink herself to make others comfortable. She doesn't wait around for permission to go after what she wants. She owns her life, her choices, and her worth. A high-value woman is someone who carries herself with confidence, treats herself and others with respect, and knows her worth. And most importantly, demands it. She's not perfect, but she's true, unashamed, and radiates positive energy. So how do you become that woman? Let me break it down for you. A high-value woman understands that the way she allows others to treat her is a direct reflection of how she values herself. She does not tolerate disrespect, manipulation, or inconsistency because she knows her worth is not up for negotiation. Setting standards is not about being difficult or demanding. It's about establishing a level of respect, care, and effort that she expects in all areas of her life, whether it's in relationships, friendships, the workplace, or even how she treats herself. When a woman sets high standards, she sends a powerful message to the world. She will not settle for less than she deserves. She does not accept half-hearted efforts, broken promises, or situations that leave her feeling unappreciated. She understands that people treat her based on what she allows, and if she continues to accept behavior that does not align with her values, she is reinforcing that it is acceptable. A high-value woman is not afraid to walk away from anything or anyone that does not respect her boundaries. Having standards does not mean being arrogant or unapproachable. It means having self-respect and a deep understanding that she is worthy of love, effort, and reciprocity. She does not entertain people who only show up when it's convenient for them, nor does she waste her energy trying to prove her worth to those who fail to see it. Instead, she moves with confidence, knowing that the right people will recognize and appreciate her value without her having to convince them. In relationships, a high-value woman does not tolerate emotional games, dishonesty, or inconsistent behavior. She does not settle for lukewarm love or situationships that leave her questioning her place in someone's life. She expects communication, loyalty, and respect because she knows these are the foundations of a healthy partnership. If someone cannot meet those expectations, she does not beg, chase, or lower her standards to accommodate them. Instead, she steps back and allows space for the right person to come into her life, someone who will treat her with the care and consistency she deserves. Friendships are no different. A high-value woman surrounds herself with people who uplift, support, and respect her. She does not keep friendships that are built on competition, jealousy, or one-sided effort. If she notices that she is always the one making plans, always the one checking in, or constantly dealing with passive-aggressive behavior, she reevaluates whether those friendships are worth her time. She does not hold on to people out of guilt or fear of being alone because she understands that the right friendships will add to her life, not drain her. In the workplace, a high-value woman does not allow herself to be undervalued or overworked without recognition. She knows the difference between working hard and being taken advantage of. She advocates for herself, speaks up when necessary, and does not settle for less than she deserves in terms of opportunities, salary, or respect from colleagues and supervisors. She does not hesitate to walk away from environments that do not appreciate her skills and contributions because she understands that she is capable of achieving more elsewhere. Setting standards also applies to how she treats herself. A high-value woman does not engage in negative self-talk or allow herself to remain in toxic situations out of fear or insecurity. She holds herself accountable for her own happiness and well-being. She prioritizes self-care, not just in the form of external beauty, but in taking care of her mental, emotional, and physical health. She does not allow people to treat her poorly, but she also does not allow herself to settle for a version of life that is less than what she is capable of creating. Some people may not like her standards. They may call her too much, too picky, or too independent. But a high-value woman does not shrink herself to fit into spaces that do not honor her worth. She would rather be alone than be in the wrong company. She would rather wait for the right opportunity than accept something beneath her potential. She understands that having standards is not about pushing people away. It's about making space for the right people, relationships, and opportunities to come into her life. The difference between a high-value woman and someone who constantly feels undervalued is that she enforces her standards with action. She does not just talk about what she wants. She aligns her choices with her values. She does not give endless chances to people who repeatedly show her they cannot meet her expectations. She recognizes red flags early and acts accordingly instead of ignoring them. She knows that setting standards is not just about knowing what she wants. It's about refusing to accept anything less. A high-value woman isn't just about achieving success. It's also about fostering positive relationships where mutual respect thrives. A high-value woman understands that her greatest asset is herself. She does not wait for others to invest in her, believe in her, or create opportunities for her. Instead, she takes full responsibility for her personal growth, well-being, and success. She knows that in order to create the life she desires, she must pour into herself relentlessly, mentally, emotionally, physically, and financially. She does not view self-improvement as optional. She sees it as essential. She begins with her mindset because she knows that her thoughts shape her reality. A high-value woman actively works on her personal growth by reading, learning, and surrounding herself with people who challenge and inspire her. She does not settle for a fixed mindset that keeps her stuck in old patterns. Instead, she embraces change, seeks new knowledge, and continuously pushes herself to become better. She understands that growth is a lifelong journey, and she commits to expanding her mind every single day. Her emotional well-being is another priority. She does not ignore her feelings or suppress her emotions. She allows herself to process experiences, learn from them, and move forward with wisdom. She understands that healing is part of growth, so she does not run from the work it takes to overcome past trauma, break unhealthy patterns, and develop emotional resilience. A high-value woman invests in therapy, journaling, meditation, or any practice that helps her understand herself on a deeper level. She refuses to let unhealed wounds dictate her future, and she does not let past pain define her worth. Her physical health is non-negotiable. She does not treat her body as an afterthought. She prioritizes it because she knows that strength, energy, and vitality are essential to living a powerful life. She eats nourishing foods, exercises regularly, and listens to her body's needs. But she doesn't do it for external validation. She does it because she respects herself. A high-value woman does not use self-care as a temporary fix. She makes it a consistent part of her lifestyle. She understands that taking care of her body is an act of self-love, and she does it with intention. Financial independence is another key area where she invests in herself. She does not rely on others to provide for her because she knows the power of having her own resources. She learns how to manage her money, build wealth, and create opportunities for herself. She does not make financial decisions based on short-term gratification. She thinks long-term and makes choices that will benefit her future. Whether it's building her career, starting a business, or investing wisely, she takes control of her financial destiny. A high-value woman does not live in a scarcity mindset. She believes in abundance and works toward creating it for herself. She also invests in her passions and skills. She understands that growth is not just about survival, it's about thriving. Whether it's pursuing a new hobby, mastering a craft, or learning a new language, she makes time for the things that bring her joy and fulfillment. She does not let her life revolve solely around responsibilities and obligations. She makes space for creativity, adventure, and exploration. A high-value woman knows that personal development is not just about work. It's about living a rich and meaningful life. Her relationships are another area where she invests wisely. She does not waste time on connections that drain her energy or make her feel small. She surrounds herself with people who uplift, support, and challenge her to grow. She understands the value of a strong network and builds relationships with those who inspire her. She does not entertain toxic friendships, one-sided relationships, or environments that pull her away from her goals. A high-value woman knows that the people she allows into her life have a direct impact on her growth, so she chooses wisely. She invests in self-love and confidence. She does not seek external validation to feel worthy. She cultivates self-assurance from within. She speaks to herself with kindness, practices gratitude, and celebrates her achievements. She does not let comparison steal her joy because she understands that her journey is unique. A high-value woman does not waste time doubting herself. She steps into her power with certainty and trust in her abilities. Above all, she commits to becoming the best version of herself every day. She does not seek perfection, but she seeks progress. She understands that investing in herself is the key to creating the life she desires. She does not wait for the right moment to start. She takes action now. A high-value woman is not defined by what she has. She is defined by how she continues to grow, evolve, and invest in the person she is becoming. A high-value woman understands that she does not need to chase anything or anyone to prove her worth. She embodies confidence, self-respect, and a deep understanding of her own value, which naturally draws the right people, opportunities, and experiences into her life. She knows that desperation repels while self-assurance attracts. She does not beg for love, attention, or success. She becomes a magnet for what aligns with her by focusing on becoming the best version of herself. When it comes to relationships, a high-value woman never chases. She does not pursue people who show disinterest or give inconsistent effort. She does not try to force connections that are not meant for her. Instead, she allows people to reveal their true intentions and chooses accordingly. If someone wants to be in her life, they will show it through their actions. If they don't, she does not waste her time trying to convince them. She understands that true love and meaningful relationships should never require begging or compromising her standards. She knows that the right person will see her value without her having to prove it. She also applies this mindset to friendships. She does not chase after people who do not reciprocate her energy. She does not keep people around out of fear of loneliness. Instead, she attracts genuine, supportive friendships by being authentic, kind, and confident in who she is. She understands that the right friendships are built on mutual respect and effort, not one-sided chasing or constant validation seeking. In her career, a high-value woman does not desperately seek validation or approval from others. She does not lower her standards for a job or an opportunity that does not align with her skills, goals, or values. Instead, she focuses on building her expertise, developing her talents, and showing up as the best version of herself. She knows that success is not about constantly seeking opportunities. It's about being so prepared, skilled, and confident that opportunities naturally come to her. She positions herself as an asset, and because of that, the right career advancements, collaborations, and financial growth flow in her direction. A high-value woman understands that energy is powerful. When she operates from a place of self-worth and abundance, she attracts people and situations that match that frequency. She does not operate from fear, insecurity, or desperation. She does not settle for relationships, jobs, or friendships that do not fulfill her simply because she is afraid of missing out. She knows that what is meant for her will find her, and she remains patient and intentional in everything she does. She also applies this to her personal growth. She does not chase external validation to feel good about herself. She does not seek approval from social media, relationships, or status symbols. Instead, she builds inner confidence by working on her mindset, prioritizing self-care, and setting goals that fulfill her. She understands that true attraction comes from within. When she genuinely loves herself, others naturally gravitate toward her. A high-value woman knows that chasing drains energy while attraction conserves it. She does not waste time convincing others of her worth. She does not force situations to happen before they are meant to. Instead, she stays focused on her growth, happiness, and purpose. By doing so, she creates a life so fulfilling and aligned that the right people and opportunities effortlessly come her way. She understands that when she embodies self-respect, confidence, and purpose, she does not need to chase anything. She becomes the kind of woman who naturally attracts everything she desires. A high-value woman understands that true confidence is not about arrogance or seeking validation. It is about fully embracing who she is, flaws and all, without apology. She does not shrink herself to make others comfortable, nor does she feel the need to explain or justify her choices to those who do not understand her vision. She stands firm in her beliefs, trusts her decisions, and knows that her worth is not determined by the opinions of others. She does not wait for permission to be bold, successful, or happy. She owns every part of herself, the strengths that set her apart, the flaws that make her human, and the experiences that have shaped her into the woman she is today. She does not dwell on past mistakes or allow self-doubt to hold her back. Instead, she learns, evolves, and moves forward with even greater conviction. A high-value woman does not compare herself to others because she knows that confidence is an inside job. She does not measure her worth based on social media likes, beauty standards, or external achievements. She focuses on building self-respect, inner peace, and a mindset that cannot be shaken by temporary setbacks or outside opinions. She understands that confidence is not about having a perfect life. It is about trusting herself to navigate life's challenges with grace and resilience. She walks into every room with the energy of someone who belongs there. She does not downplay her successes or make herself smaller to accommodate others' insecurities. If she is intelligent, she embraces it. If she is ambitious, she pursues her goals relentlessly. If she has a bold personality, she does not water herself down to fit a mold. She understands that confidence is magnetic. And by owning her presence unapologetically, she inspires others to do the same. She does not seek constant reassurance or depend on others to make her feel good about herself. Instead, she builds her confidence through action. She sets goals and achieves them. She challenges herself and proves to herself that she is capable. She takes care of her body, mind, and emotions because she knows that self-care is a reflection of self-worth. She does not allow fear or insecurity to dictate her decisions because she understands that confidence is a muscle that grows with consistent effort. A high-value woman also knows that confidence does not mean perfection. She has moments of doubt just like anyone else, but she does not let those moments define her. She speaks to herself with kindness and refuses to let negative self-talk control her narrative. She understands that confidence is not about having all the answers. It is about trusting herself even when she does not. She surrounds herself with people who uplift and support her rather than those who try to diminish her confidence. She does not entertain relationships, friendships, or environments that make her question her value. If someone cannot handle her confidence, she does not shrink. She simply recognizes that they are not meant to be in her life. She also understands that confidence is not just about how she carries herself. It is about how she treats others. A truly confident woman does not tear others down or compete to feel superior. Instead, she uplifts, encourages, and celebrates other women because she knows that another person's success does not take away from her own. She stands firm in her own identity and does not feel threatened by the greatness of others. She embraces her journey, knowing that confidence is a lifelong process. She does not wait until she has everything figured out to believe in herself. She steps into her power today, knowing that she is enough exactly as she is. She does not apologize for her strength, ambition, or individuality. She owns her confidence fully, knowing that the world respects a woman who respects herself. Letting go of what doesn't serve you is a crucial step in becoming a high-value woman. This involves recognizing and releasing anything that drains your energy, undermines your self-worth, or distracts you from your goals, whether it's toxic relationships, negative thoughts, or unhealthy habits. A high-value woman knows her worth and refuses to invest time or emotions in things that don't align with her values or aspirations. She understands that every moment spent on something unfulfilling takes away from time she could spend nurturing herself and pursuing meaningful endeavors. When letting go of what doesn't serve you, identify toxic relationships. Recognize relationships where others consistently disrespect you or make you feel bad about yourself. It's okay to set boundaries or distance yourself if necessary. For example, if someone constantly criticizes your decisions, it might be time to reevaluate the relationship, because a high-value woman prioritizes her own emotional well-being over external validation. Release negative thoughts. Practice mindfulness to become more aware of negative self-talk. Challenge these thoughts by reframing them positively, focusing on strengths rather than weaknesses. Instead of saying, "I'm not good enough," say, "I am capable and I will learn." Focus on self-care. Prioritize activities that nourish both body and soul, whether it's exercising regularly, meditating daily, or simply taking time for relaxation. By letting go of what doesn't serve you, you empower yourself against self-doubt. When faced with uncertainty, you have an inner compass guiding decisions based on what truly matters most. Ultimately, releasing non-serving elements means transforming potential energy within you into kinetic energy, driving progress toward realizing personal aspirations. To integrate this habit seamlessly into daily routines, practice mindfulness and gratitude. Combine mindfulness exercises with gratitude practices to enhance emotional well-being and clarity. For instance, starting your day by listing 3 things you're grateful for can set a positive tone that supports resilient thinking. Your boundaries clearly. Establish specific expectations for how others should treat you, and enforce them consistently when necessary. Nurture healthy relationships. Surround yourself with people who uplift rather than undermine you. Focus on building meaningful connections based on mutual respect rather than drama or toxicity. By adopting these strategies effectively, you cultivate an unshakable belief in your own abilities. A hallmark of the high-value woman mindset, this approach transforms how you handle challenges. Instead of seeing problems as insurmountable barriers, you begin viewing them as stepping stones toward realizing your vision. A high-valued woman understands that her happiness, growth, and well-being are her responsibility. She does not wait for someone else to choose her, validate her, or prioritize her. She chooses herself every single day. She knows that self-love is not selfish. It is necessary. By prioritizing herself, she sets the standard for how others should treat her and cultivates a life that aligns with her highest potential. She does not seek external approval to feel worthy. She understands that true confidence comes from within, not from how many people admire or validate her. She embraces her journey, flaws, and strengths without needing permission. She is not afraid to say no to things that do not serve her and yes to opportunities that align with her values. She does not waste time proving her worth because she knows she is already enough. She takes care of her mind, body, and soul with intention. She does not neglect her needs for the sake of pleasing others. She eats well, exercises, and rests because she values her body. She invests in her personal growth by reading, learning, and expanding her knowledge. She protects her peace by setting boundaries with people and situations that drain her energy. She does not entertain toxic relationships, gossip, or negativity because she knows that what she allows in her life shapes her reality. She takes control of her happiness. She does not rely on a relationship, a job, or material success to complete her. While she welcomes love and success, she does not depend on them for fulfillment. She creates joy in the present moment, finding purpose in her passions, relationships, and personal achievements. She understands that being a high-value woman means knowing her life is already complete, with or without external validation. She does not settle for less than she deserves. She refuses to stay in relationships, friendships, or careers that do not honor her worth. She does not lower her standards out of fear of being alone. She embraces solitude when necessary, knowing that being alone is far better than being in the wrong company. She trusts that by choosing herself, she makes space for people and opportunities that truly align with her. She listens to her intuition and trusts herself. She does not second-guess her decisions based on others' opinions. She knows that her instincts are powerful and that she is capable of making the right choices for her life. She does not let fear dictate her actions. Instead, she moves forward with confidence, even when stepping into the unknown. She wakes up every day with the mindset that she is in control of her life. She does not wait for the perfect moment to start prioritizing herself. She makes the decision now. She stands tall, knowing that she is enough, she is worthy, and she is capable of creating the life she desires. She embraces her power and never apologizes for putting herself first. By embracing these traits, you empower yourself against self-doubt because when faced with uncertainty, you have an inner compass guiding decisions based on what truly matters most. Let's rise above mediocrity together. Let's show everyone around us that we too can harness these powerful qualities used by some of the world's most confident individuals. By becoming high-value women, we unlock potential within ourselves, waiting patiently be unleashed. So here's what I challenge you today. Take control over how you feel and act. Believe in your own strength. Know your worth deeply. And remember, becoming a high-value woman isn't just about achieving success. It's also about fostering positive relationships where mutual respect thrives. Thank you.